And today I'm making a video on some of my collectibles. I have a box of them here, so I'm gonna look through them. These are not all of them. I have many more, but these are some of my most prized and ones, and some of the ones I think are just really sick and cool. Okay, the first one is Peanuts. This one is kind of beaten up. I got it for free, so it's just that I read many of their comics and read their comics daily, so I just think it's really cool to have one of these. This is from dang, this is old. It was $1. This would now be like $10 if you bought it at the store, like if it was actually reprinted. This was made in 1956, like 5 years or like 6 years after it was actually created, or actually 4 years basically. It shows here Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Patty, Violet, Shermie, Lucy, Beethoven, Scrooger, I don't know, sorry. Linus and Pigpen, my favorite character. The inside of the book is really good in condition, and it's not totally yellow, and that's one reason I like this. I read this whole thing, and it's still holding up, and nothing broke. So I say that's pretty good. It was made by Reinhardt and Company Incorporated, and it's not that bad condition. Here it shows the guy Charles M. Schultz and Linus when he's a baby, and they look so much different here, like especially Snoopy. Like if you like look at this Snoopy compared to like the one that like now everyone knows, you can't really tell too much. You might think he's probably some other comic strip, but it isn't. It's the same. And Charlie Brown is pretty funny. And these are all in black and white. So I just love this, and this is one of my favorite parts of my collection. Next part of my collection is, let me take it out of the bag since it's pretty bad condition. Flinch. This is really old. I don't know, like not 100, but like it's really old. It's created by Parker Brothers Incorporated and was created in New York or Chicago, yeah. So made in the USA. This is an old game from like the 1930s, and I got it for not that much money. I took to find it at a gun antique store, and these are still here. The instructions are still here, and it's Rules for Playing Finch, a game by A.J. Patterson for 2 to 8 players, and the cards are still in perfect condition. This one is written on. I have actually never noticed. I just found this now. I don't know what it's written on, but interesting. The cards are in pretty good condition. I think it's pretty cool. The design on the back is perfect, and this was created here. It says here. I don't know if you see it. 1938. This is old, guys. Like a lot older than me. And here's another written one. And it says 12 on the side, 10. I don't know why they decided to do that, but well, we can't go back to 1938. I'm pretty sure those people aren't around now. So, I just love how good condition the cards are in. Of course, there are some written cards, but other than those, they're pretty good condition, and it is something I love. Probably was sold to me cheaper because of the cards written on, but I don't care. This is a really cool thing, and I'm taking too long on this. So, yeah, I gotta continue to my other ones. I'm not trying to make this a long video, so just continue to the next. Okay, here's the next thing. Star Trek Next Generation cards. This I got for pretty cheap. I actually got it for free. Man, it's pretty hard to open. I don't think I'll open this too much. Let's look in the back though. Alright, so Skybox from Skybox International, 1992, Paramount Pictures. Still has a sticker on, which 2007. 10,000. Oh, this might be worth more than I thought. It's just that this is dented on the front, and it's kind of stuck on the side here. Let me open it. Okay, it's open. Okay, so yeah, let's move to another thing while I have someone open this. Okay, I actually got it open. Okay, I don't know why that took so hard. I mean, here shows Picard. Yeah, I almost forgot the name. That's crazy. And the cards are still in here. I'm not gonna fully take them out. These pretty good, and this does not stick anymore. Styrofoam was around it. I think this is pretty cool. I'm a Star Trek fan, so, and especially my dad. So, Galaxy class starship. Cards are perfect in here. Master. I don't know how to say that. Sorry, Waxana Choi. This is pretty neat. I got it for free, luckily, so that was able to stash it. Whoa, this is cool. I don't think it's worth too much, probably because the cards never got popular. But I think it's just interesting that they made cards, and I have many other cards. I actually have these. Look, I'll show you here. Okay, I have these. They're like back of toys of the toys. I got one or two for free, but all the other ones I got from the toys that they made, and I have them. Some of them are in the box, some of them are out. I got these when I was younger, so I just took them all out of the box, and I got them for a really cheap price. I don't know how. My dad somehow got them for a cheap price. This one is super cool. This is a Borg, and I actually have him out here now. Okay, so I have this guy and like one of the soldiers, and I just think they're really cool. They designed it really well, and that's something that I prize a lot, especially this one with Picard. This is the board. Because I just got the name mixed up. I haven't watched Star Trek for a while, but I'm a big fan. Yeah, okay. Let's get into the next thing. Okay, here's the next thing. You might be wondering what this is. There's nothing that says anything about it. Okay, well, this is pretty old. And these are like little binoculars. These were ones probably for operas and used in operas, and they're pretty small. And it's Imperial 3/8/28, yeah, and Brown Nuremberg. I think this is pretty cool. I got a bunch of binoculars at an auction, like a whole basket full, and this is what came with it. This alone sells for like $50, $60. I think in the bottom, yeah, it says made in Germany here. In the year, it doesn't say it anywhere. Let me see. No, it does not say it anywhere. So, if you look at eBay, these, they probably do say where it's from. It's just right now I don't have like eBay on, so right. Anyways, I think it's really cool, and it's not that bad condition for being pretty old. And these were probably used in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and it's just that it's scraped here, and some of the paint is taken off. It's just really cool that this was made in Germany a while ago, and you're able to see this. So look out, zoom in. I collect binoculars, so this was part of my collection of binoculars. I have about over 15 collections of different stuff, so I'm a big collector. And these can't really fit in, so it must be this way, right? Dang, I forgot how to put them in. Anyways, okay, got them in. Okay, here's another thing. I got this for free. I just think it's really unique because it's short. It's from The Hobbit. I don't really recall his name. I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And I got other ones too. These are my other Pez. These are older, and these are this period of platypus is really beat up. It's just I'm a really big fan of Phineas and Ferb, so I decided to get that. Also got that one for free. These I bought for like $5 each or $10 each. Well, these are older ones, I think from like the 70s and 60s, and they're trucks, you can see easily. And I like collecting Pez containers. I'm not a big collector of them. It's just that I found these and I thought these were pretty cool. And since I love Pez and it tastes good, so I decided to get these. I'm not going to use these though, of course, because they're really beat up. And yeah, they're kind of dirty, so I'm not going to use these. On to my next part of my collection. Here, based on the famous newspaper strip. Guess what it is? It's Tim Tyler's Luck. And I don't know what this is. I got it for like $10. I read like more than half of it and stopped. This was like the early versions of like comics kind of. And see pages, and it's an elephant has spied him, and then after it shows what's going on, shows what's going on, and then after it says what's like several hours later, both boys suddenly awoke. Tim, did you hear that one? I sure did, Spud. It sounded like Fang. I don't know, but I got it in pretty good condition. It's just that this part is broken here. This was the best condition one there, so. Tim Tyler's Luck Adventures in the Ivy Patrol by Lyman Young. And this was the big little book here on the side. And it's written on here and here. Racine, Wisconsin. I kind of said that wrong. 1937. This is old too. Okay. By King Features Syndicate. I don't know. Why did it forget to say that? Incorporated. New York. All rights reserved. And I thought this was pretty cool. And I think I bought some other ones, but I don't have them in my hand now. Or I was going to buy some and just imagine it in my head or in a dream or something like that. Anyways, let's go on with my cutscene. Okay, here's some baseball cards. Let me move these to the side over here. This is an old John Allen like bubblegum card. And I thought this is pretty interesting. My dad gave me this, and it's really old. This probably sells for $70. I'm pretty sure that before like baseball cards went downhill, this would sell for a lot more. My dad found out that before baseball cards went downhill and like when they wouldn't like really sell anymore, this sold for like $500, and I would love to have that now. And I'm pretty sure he would have sold it though. This was number 42 in a 1934 series. I just think it's pretty interesting, and this is, since I can't just keep talking about this whole time since I have more, I'll move on. Okay, Brooks Robinson, Baltimore Orioles, third base. This is another baseball card. I don't know too much about baseball cards, so if I say something wrong about baseball cards, please don't judge me. Just say it in the comments and say, oh, you got this wrong. It actually means this or something like that. And Major League batting record. This one's pretty cool. I like the John Allen one better. I don't know much about baseball cards, so like I told you, I don't know much, so I can't really be judging them actually. Next one is Jerry West. This is a basketball card. Jerry West, guard, Los Angeles. This one's pretty old too. This one sells for like $20 or $30. I don't know. Jerry has been called Mr. Clutch, and this was made in 1968, NBPA. And Jerry, here, like, kind of like little drawing comic. Jerry will join the exclusive 20,000 PT club this season. Good for you, Jerry. Wonder where you're on. Anyways, this other one is pretty old too. This one I think sells for a lot too. I don't know the full price, but this is Clyde Vollmer. This is a really old one too. 1920. Oh no, never mind. 1950. Bowman Gum Incorporated. This is pretty old too. This one's really small. I just think it's really interesting. Someone wrote over it though, so that might be surprised. I'm pretty sure it does. And talks about him in the back. His height was 6'1", which is a lot taller than me by far. And this was a drawing instead of a photo. So, like all the other ones really were drawings basically too. So, that's I think it for my baseball and card collection and stuff like that. I still have more cards. It's just those were like my sport cards. Really, I have here. I have a lot more, but those were just the ones I have in my hand now. Here's some postcard stamps. I have many Daffy Duck ones. I think these are really cool. I don't know how my dad got them, but he has some too, so I was able to have these. And these are pretty cool since I'm a big fan of Looney Tunes, like crazy. Not that crazy actually, but anyways. I just think it's pretty cool that they made one's Daffy Duck. They also made one with Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Roadrunner is like one of my favorite characters, so this is pretty cool. It's like this, so shows in here, everything here, and some of these were taken off from the back. But anyways, it's like really cool. And that's all folks, like at the end of those shorts they have. So I don't know, this is pretty cool, I guess. So it's Tweety Bird, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester, Porky Pig, Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner. I think it's pretty cool, a nice one. It talks about them in the back too. So I don't know, I thought this is a pretty cool thing. And here's another thing that I have in my collection. The coin. Oh, coin. This is kind of boring, right? It's a little bit boring. This coin is at least a little bit boring because it isn't really called a coin. This is 1933 World's Fair, Chicago to 1934 travel and transport. And what that means, this is a lucky penny. Yes, 1934 lucky penny with an Indian on the front, and in the back shows the city of Chicago, I think. Back then, at the top here, I don't know if you can see it. Let me actually take this out because it's reflecting. You'll be able to see it better now. Lucky penny. Shows here. 1933 World Fair. Yeah, I already said that. I just think it's pretty cool. At the top is here, right here. It says HJ, and I think it's pretty interesting. So, anyways, let me get into my other stuff since this is just a small coin, a lucky penny, of my collection. Alright, here, I'm gonna have to keep this in the bag because this is made out of lead. Yes, this is an old Army Man toy that they gave kids. This is not a toy I wanted to play with now because then you would get sick and probably die. It's pretty worn out. I bought it because I always wanted something like this, like to keep. I was playing with it, and my dad found out, like, oh dang, this is made out of lead. You can get sick. Like, cool. I got this about like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. I don't know the time, but I got this in an antique store too. Bought it for like $10, I think. And this is pretty old. At the bottom, I think it says something. Let me look here. No, it's too worn out. But all I know is it's probably like 1920s, 1930s. Probably around World War One. In World War II, they wouldn't probably have made this because they were using like plastic, I think, and stuff like that for army toys. So I don't know. Maybe this is World War II, but I think it's around World War One, which would probably after World War One. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. Here's another thing in my collection. This is just a random card I have. Anyways, of Archie. That doesn't really matter. Let me get to my other stuff. One of my biggest stuff. And one of my most prized parts of my collection. This is really in condition for an old book at the time. Let me just do this out. There's a boys' sport and adventure stories. The Big Leaguer, Herb Kent, West Point, got it. I think this is pretty cool, and I never read it myself, but it's pretty cool. Man, smell, dang, this is all okay. Anyways, let me see the time this was made. The Goldsmith Publishing, and 1936. This is pretty old too. I bought this for $15 probably. All these stuff here I only buy if there's a deal or I found something over cheap that the person doesn't know. Oh, he's selling this for cheaper or something like that. It's pretty good condition. It's just that it's yellow here. And if it was white, completely white, this would be worth a lot more probably. But this probably sells. This probably doesn't sell for too much. Like, because it isn't as well known, but I think it's pretty cool. You have to sell any book, by the way. So I sold a few books before, and it's pretty cool. So books that no one knows about, it sells for $50. So it's crazy. So any book that you have, don't just throw it away. Go look it up online. But it sells less than $15. I wouldn't really sell it $10 because of shipping and stuff like that. But anyways, I think actually no, that is not all of my collection here that I have now. That's just this is the second to last thing. Alright, this is really cool. I'm gonna get more into this because I'm also at the end of the video. Boys Sport and Adventure Stories. Just remember this. This was made in 1936. By the way, 1936. This is really old. A little less than 100 years. It isn't really old, but I'm pretty sure the next 20 years will go up in price. And I just love this because I got this at a good deal, and I love collecting books, so it was one of my most prized possessions. You know, not many people know about it. Just, the stories are really well made, too. I've read some of it, but I don't know. I haven't read much of it. I'm not into too many I'm not into books where they have like stories between them, except if it's comics. So, anyways, my last part of my collection is really small. Probably should have done this before. And it's, let me get this here. 2 postcards. One of Theodore Roosevelt, and this other one of Mount St. Helens, Washington. This was a volcano, I think, blew up and isn't around anymore, so I think it's pretty cool. This is used, the stamp, stuff like that, the stamp here, in 1923, Oregon, and it's just some writing here that I can't really, interpret. I'm not that good at cursive, so, published by the Oregon News Co., Portland, Oregon. And I just think this one is pretty cool. This is one of my favorite ones. And this Theodore Roosevelt one, my favorite president. Anyways, this one I don't think is old, but I don't know. I thought it was really cool. It's just like a photo of him before he passed away, of course, you know. And this is like in his uniform and stuff like that. I don't know if he was probably a president, right? When they took this photo. Yeah, he was already. He already was the president and everything like that. And it shows the day of his death. So, yes, this was after his death. Anyways, that's it for my collection here. And that's all I have for today. Please subscribe and leave a like and leave a comment and anything. Just please subscribe. Anyways, that's the end of my video for today. Hope you like it. Bye.